Hi there, welcome to the Animals Naturally podcast with me, Suzanne. I'm founder of TaraNet, a leading natural animal healthcare resource at taranet.co.uk. At my website you can find lots of information on how to care for your animal more naturally, as well as training and other advice information to help you develop your own animal care business. You will also find links to my doTERRA essential oils online shop and my aloe vera product range from Forever Living as well, which are all fantastic products which I highly recommend. So the aim of this podcast is to give you lots of ideas and tips on how to care for your animal more naturally. If you've looked at any of my previous episodes, you'll see that we often focus on different topics, on specific therapies and specific herbs, for instance, as well as different animals. In this episode, I'm just going to give you a general overview on what the benefits of complementary therapies are for your animal and why you should think about using complementary therapies for your animal's well-being. So you love your animals and you want the best possible health for them. You probably go to a great veterinary surgeon regularly for your pet to have vaccinations and a health check. So why should you consider complementary therapies? And should you even consider complementary therapies working alongside your day-to-day ordinary food and healthcare that you might give your animal? So first of all, why should you consider complementary therapies for your animal? It's true that if your animal seems well, it may seem an unnecessary expense to use any supplements or therapies. But as with so many things, prevention is better than cure. By helping your horse, dog, cat or other animal to have as healthy immune system as possible, and to be fit and happy, it can help to reduce its likelihood of illness or the severity of it. Complementary therapies can help promote well-being as well as helping with some ailments. So what therapies or supplements may be helpful for your animal to help prevent illness? First of all, animal massage is a great starting point. It may be something you've heard for horses or dogs, but actually cats, cattle, sheep and other animals can benefit from massage. Many animals really find it beneficial. It can help promote movement, ease joint and muscle stiffness, and also be relaxing. Animal physiotherapy. This is something many people, because it's great, physiotherapy after all is great for people as well as animals, think about something after injury or after surgery. But it can be useful as a preventative way to help reduce the likelihood of muscle or joint strain. Often an animal physiotherapist will give you exercises to use between treatments as well, which can be really helpful just to promote suppleness and just that feeling of well-being. Back flower remedies. Now these are amazing. They are look very small. You like little droplets of liquid you put on to a biscuit to give to your horse or dog or other animal, or onto a tongue. That's not necessarily a good thing with an animal. We don't want to bite the pipette. But they look so innocuous, they look so simple. And they won't in themselves prevent or treat illness, but they are excellent in effectively balancing the emotions. For instance, if you take your horse to shows and your horse gets stressed by the experience, a back flower remedy may be helpful to alleviate the stress and make it all the more enjoyable for you and your horse. Likewise, if your dog doesn't like going to the vets or your dog finds certain situations more stressful, then back flower remedies can be really helpful. You may have heard of something called rescue remedy, which in itself actually is a combination of 5 different back flower remedies. There's actually 38 in the system, and so there's one for all different types of emotions. So I definitely recommend looking into those to help just make your animal feel a bit happier and more at ease. Animal hydrotherapy is another excellent complementary therapy. Swimming and aqua treadmills are now commonplace in many areas and can be enjoyed by dogs, horses and other animals, even cats and rabbits. These can be used to promote mobility and provide exercise as part of an integrated fitness regime. So supplements, what supplements should you use? Well, there are lots of different supplements. If you've ever been to a pet store or animal feed store, you're likely to have seen many supplements. If you look online, there's loads of supplements. As with supplements for people and animals, they are similar in that many of them do vary significantly due to the quality of ingredients and the processing, and also the quantity of the active ingredients. It varies so much between different brands and products. You may think it's not necessary to use supplements if your animal has good quality meals, but some animals need extra support at different times of their life. For instance, if they're younger, or if they're pregnant, or if they're recovering from an ailment, or if they're older. There can be many reasons why a supplement might be beneficial. It's not unusual for people as well as animals both to need some extra support at different times of their life. Supplements containing MSM, glucosamine, chondroitin, aloe vera or turmeric are all popular to help promote joint mobility, especially those with arthritic conditions. There's many other therapies that you can be used to help your animal just feel better in him or herself. You can find all different information on lots of therapies at my website at taranet.co.uk in the directory. I do encourage you to have a look if you've not had a look already. So, do complementary therapies work alongside conventional medicine? In short, yes, many therapies do. Some herbal supplements may not be suitable though. It depends on what medicine your animal is taking as to whether it be safe to have a supplement. Always ask your veterinarian for advice before you try any supplements to make sure there will be no adverse effects. But therapies like massage, physiotherapy, osteopathy and energy therapies like Reiki or radionics will normally be fine. You can find information on these two at the Taranet directory at taranet.co.uk. Sometimes after major surgery, physiotherapy or chiropractic and other manual therapies may not be suitable straight away. But your veterinarian will be able to advise you, and of course always use a professionally qualified therapist for your animal to ensure they know their stuff. Don't forget too that there's legislation in place around the world to protect animal health. In the UK, this is the Veterinary Act. If you're in doubt about using complementary therapies, then do speak to your vet first. A professional therapist for animals will always want to work with your vet anyway to make sure that the animal gets the best possible results. So you may be wondering, is there any research to prove that complementary therapies work to help animals? Yes, there is. I've touched on this on a previous podcast episode, and you can find lots of information on different research that's been taking place over the years at my website, which I'll put a link in the show notes. So I hope that's been helpful, just to give you an idea generally about how complementary therapies can be used for your animal's well-being and some things you should look out for. As I said, in this episode, you can find lots of information on different herbs, complementary therapies, different manual therapies, all different types of holistic approaches for your animal at taranet.co.uk. So please do share this episode with anyone who you feel might find it helpful, and do listen to other episodes of the podcast as well if that would be beneficial to you. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for listening. Until next time, goodbye.